Last one before I go study, I promise. Let's talk about scientific bias. So, as a preface, this is not to say that all science is bad and everything is biased and you should not read science or anything. This is just things you should be aware of, especially when reading academic reports and study results. So, first one is research bias. So, when you design and do an experiment, you start out with a hypothesis and then you test that hypothesis. And what tends to happen is researchers doing the experiment tend to be more biased to results that confirm the hypothesis that they have when doing analysis and going over the results. This is normal, this is just human response to things. You want to confirm what you thought. One way to avoid this is using blinding techniques, which, for example, if you're doing a medical study and you test a new drug, the two groups, the treatment and control, they don't know what they're getting, so either the treatment or a placebo, as well as the researcher doesn't know which groups that are getting what either. It's left to a third party to distribute the treatments to the different groups. So when doing analysis, the researcher isn't biased towards analysis that confirms the hypothesis that this treatment works. Another unfortunate bias in the scientific community is publication bias. So after you've done an experiment and everything, you want to get your results studied. But unfortunately, in a bunch of journals and articles and things, there is publication bias towards results that are bigger, flashier, more important and significant. So a study that found that a drug treatment has big effects on the thing that it's supposed to be treating is more likely to get published than a study that showed, no, this treatment doesn't work, or that it only has small effects. Both results are very important, but unfortunately the bigger, flashier results are more likely to get published in journals because people want to read those more than, yeah, we tried this and it didn't work. So a way to avoid that is registered reports, which I'll probably talk about later, but basically that means, okay, we got your thing, your plan, and when you do it, we'll publish your studies no matter the results. So even if it doesn't work, we'll publish it because that's an agreement. Last one is sampling bias, when especially used for studies on people, and it can basically just be summed up in this comic. Yeah, that's sampling bias, when your bias in the study is purely based on people who responded to the study. So yeah, that comic, that's sampling bias.